Hi everyone, good morning to all. So this is Ravi, an ex-IITian from IIT Delhi. So today I have come here to explain you after 10th standard or SSLC exam what courses are available with your 11th and 12th or first PU and second PU, and with 11th and 12th or first PU and second PU what other coachings are available so that you can go for your engineering programs or you can go for your medical programs. So here, being a science teacher, I would like to explain you after 10th standard if you opt for the science stream, what future you are going to have and what courses will be available. So let's start after 10th standard. So as I said that after 10th standard, the courses that what are available in the science stream. So now here I am going to tell you. So I am just going for which one? Science. Okay. So this is your science. In this science, what courses are available? So basically, the science you will be having the PCMC course, and you can also having PCMC and PCMB. So these are the most likely available courses in the science stream in Karnataka especially. Now here with this, you will be going for first. This is for what? First PU as well as first PU to second PU, or we can call it as 11th and 12th also. So now here, so I just like to tell you what is this PCMC means. PCMC means physics, P means physics, C means chemistry, and M means mathematics, and C means computer science. C means what? Computer science. Now here, in this case, P means again physics only, C means chemistry, and M means maths, and B means biology. So in this biology, you will be having two sections, that is botany and geology. So here you will be having zoology as well as botany. So why I am trying to tell you people all this information, because it's very important for a student to understand what courses are available after 10th standard and what special branches are available in this one. So in the science you will be having PCMC and you will also have the PCMB. So you can take any one of this one. So especially this PCMC is for the students, those who look for the engineering courses after the 12th standard or second PU. So hope now I am going to tell you, this is what in at board level. This is at board level. PCMC as well as PCMB is of at board level. Along with these courses, there we can talk about the integrated coaching or integrated training. So what is meant by integrated training or integrated coaching? So I'll just tell you about that. Okay. So let's start. What is this integrated course? Along with this PCMC and PCMB. So now here, I will tell you this. First, I would like to tell you integrated courses. So what are integrated courses means? Along with, nowadays the time is very important thing, because by keeping the time constant in mind. So nowadays various coaching institutions have come up. Like one of our institution is Golden Coaching Academy. So now here, where I am working as a science chemistry teacher and science HOD. So here I would like to tell you, integrated coaching means, what is meant by integrated coaching? Integrated coaching means you are going to study your 11th and 12th along with coaching for your medical as well as the engineering courses. So this is basically PUC, or you can say that CBSE with competitive coaching. So this is what we can call it as integrated courses. In the integrated courses, what will happen? Along with this, your board training, you will also get trained for the competitive exams like IIT, engineering, or any medical courses. Okay. So now, in these integrated courses, as I told you that students who opt PCMC in their 11th and 12th, generally they will look for the engineering courses. Generally they'll go for what? Engineering courses. So now I am going to tell you what are the engineering courses available. Engineering courses after your 10th standard, and what coachings are available for getting into the various premier universities for the graduation in engineering. So okay, first of all I would like to tell you the first most important premier universities that comes in India is IITs. So the topmost premier universities, topmost universities in India for engineering courses. So you can have that is a first, as I mentioned, that this is IIT. You're having IIT. IIT means what? It is an Indian Institute of Technology. So Indian Institute of Technology is what IIT stands for. And there is another thing that is NIT. It is National Institute of Technology. National Institute of Technology. And you also have some state level colleges. Some state level colleges that I will speak later. State level engineering colleges also there in every state in every state in India. So mostly, so this is the first topmost university, and this is next, and then this will come in the third row. Okay. So now, so this is the topmost. See, the courses, engineering courses will be available at IIT, at NIT, as well as the state level engineering colleges. Similarly, before going for the medical stream and medical courses, and then I would like to finish the engineering courses and what is IIT, what is the procedure to get into IIT or NIT or any other state level engineering colleges. So let me speak about all this procedure and what type of exam that a student has to go through so that they will get into any one of this, so that their future will be highly secure and they will be having bright future. So let's start with what is the procedure for all this university selection procedure. Okay, now I'll tell you what is this. The students who are looking for pursuing their engineering courses at graduation level into NIT or IIT or state level, so there is some exams. So there is national level exams are through there. So for engineering I am talking about national level exams. So national level exams, you can say that this is what an IIT. So these IIT selections. So I am just typing that selection process. Here I am telling you what is it? Selection process. In this selection process, there are various steps will be there. The students first step if I have to write, students should undergo the examination. So this exam, first is what? Exam. So in this exam, students, when generally, this exam will happen in two stages. Stage 1, IIT exam. So this exam is also known as, generally we call it as nowadays in modern generation, this exam will be well known with the name JEE, IIT JEE. So IIT JEE is the exam name. It is Joint Entrance Examination. JEE means what? Joint Entrance Examination. So now the stage 1 in this, we call this stage 1 exam is of the screening test. We call it as a screening test, or nowadays the people are well known about with the name of mains, IIT mains. So this is what the screening test or the mains exam. So in this stage 1 exam, it will happen in two different. It is also going to happen in 2 stages. 2 exams will be there. Two exams. One exam will be generally happens in the month of January every year, and another exam generally happens in the month of April. So here it is, you will be having mains 1, and here you will be having mains 2. So in this stage 1, under the screening test, you will be given two opportunities Students can write exam in January, students can write exam in April. Out of these two exams, out of these two, the best one will be taken. Best of two. This is what? Out of these two, based on your performance, you will be taken one exam out of these two, and based on this best performance in out of these two, your rank will be predicted. So with this mains rank, so this is a stage 1, okay? The mains is only for the eligibility criteria. This is just for the eligibility. The students who are going to get through this mains, they will be eligible for writing the advanced level. That is a stage 2. So I'll just tell you for the number, for roughly every year, there are some 15 to 20 lakh students over the India, all over India. There are 15 to 20 lakh students every year. They are appearing for the mains exam. Out of this, only 2.2 lakhs, only 2.2 lakh students will be getting an eligibility, so that they will go for the, so these people only will get eligibility, so that they will go for the stage 2 exam, that is advanced. They will be eligible for what? Stage 2 exam, that is advanced. Now I will tell you, before going to the, okay, now I will tell you the advanced level exam, then after that tell you what is the paper pattern and all, okay? I hope you know, you have understood this. Yeah, let me talk about what is stage 2. So here, once they clear this mains, the students, this 2.2 lakh students will be going for the stage 2 exam. Stage 2 exam. So this exam name is basically known as, it is a IIT advanced exam. IIT advanced test. This IIT advanced test is what? It is going to be having 2 papers. It is going to have 2 papers. Paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 and paper 2. So both of these papers will happen in only one day. So same day, these two will happen on same day. One is in the morning session, other one will be in the evening session. So like this, based on your performance in paper 1 and paper 2, you will be getting your rank. Based on that rank, you will be called for the counseling sessions into various IITs. So here, those who perform well, they will get good IITs. Those who perform little low or average, they may get different IITs also. So now here, based on your performance, among these, there are, I'll also tell you how many IITs are there in India, and which IITs are generally top IITs among the all existed 18 IITs. So based on your performance, so far based on your performance, people can get a different IIT and with different program. Okay. So now I would like to tell you the paper pattern. As this mains advanced paper pattern, I have already told you. Mains paper pattern is mains and advanced exam, both advanced exam. So these both papers are just simply, it is an objective oriented exam. What is it? Objective exam, objective level exam. And now here, in this case, you will be having under mains exam you will be having physics, chemistry and maths. These are the core subjects. And now here, from physics you will get 30 questions, and chemistry you will get 30 questions, maths you will get 30 questions. So like this, total 120 questions will be there. Total 120 questions will be there. And now based on this, generally, so like this, mains 1 as well as mains 2. So this is the pattern, and all of them are objective only. And when it comes to the advanced level exam, again important core subjects are these only, physics, chemistry, maths only. But here there is no particular pattern. They will give 20 question or 30 question, any number of questions they can change it depending on the IIT that is going to conduct this exam. Okay. So this is the somehow exam pattern, and both of them are going to be objective oriented level exams. and both of them are going to have the negative marking also for the wrong answers. So you have to be very careful. So now the people who are looking for pursuing their engineering at graduation level, they will be generally choose for the integrated program. Integrated program where you don't have to go to the different places again and again. Morning time you should go to the school, and evening time you go to the the coaching and all. So here integrated course means what? At the same place, within the same time frame, you will be getting trained for the boards as well as getting trained for the competitive exams. This will save you a lot of time, so that you can use that the time for your self study, because your self study is the most important thing that every student has to plan accordingly, so that they can get better performance in various competitive exams. So this is something about IIT selection process. It is having two stages, stage 1 and stage 2, and the exam pattern. Now I will just give you the information about what are the IITs are available. What are the IITs available? So I'll just tell you, IITs, there are some 18 IITs are available in India. I'll just tell you this number of IITs. So IIT list. I'm not going to list out all 18 IITs. There are 18 IITs out there. In these 18 IITs, first I'll just list out top. I'm just writing only top. First is Bombay. Next, you can call Madras. You can call Delhi. Next, you can write it as Kanpur. You can write next is Kharagpur. So these are some topmost IITs among all 18 IITs. So why I'm telling you only this one? The student, those who get the top performance, top ranks, most of the students, they would like to go for these IITs only, because these are all old IITs. These are all what? Old IITs. In these old IITs, you will be having a lot of resources, and the most of the recruiters, once you complete your engineering courses successfully, the most of the recruiters will go into these IITs. That is why we call it as top IITs. Top IITs, it is because of the various research work that is going to happen in that IITs, or various the different scales, the measurements they will take. Based on that, they will call some of them are top IITs, some of them are not top IITs. But overall, if I have to say, being an IITian, overall, if I have to say that all IITs are very good compared to any other university in India and most of the university across the world also. So IITs have got a lot of importance to provide the quality education and the communication skills, which will be highly required for the students to perform at their best level, and so that they can expect the bright future, and they can become inspirational to the upcoming generations. So this is something about IITs. And one more thing I would like to tell you here. Is what is that is through mains exam. Let's say suppose you have qualified, you got better rank in mains, but advanced level exam, as I said in the name itself, advanced is a little tough level exam that will be. So, but unfortunately you have not gone through the advanced level exam, but you have got good rank in the mains. So with this mains rank, through mains rank, people can get into NIT. So there are various NITs are available around in India. In India, there are 31 NITs are available. So some important, you can say that NIT, you can say this NIT Warangal is one most top in NIT among all this. Next, you can have NIT Trichy, and your NIT Srinagar. So some IITs are there. So you can find out this list easily by just visiting the NIT website. So what I am trying to tell you is that if you fail in advanced level exam, you don't have to worry. You still have an opportunity to get your education from the one of the premier universities in India. So that is another premier university, as I mentioned earlier, that is National Institute of Technology. So this is something about the engineering courses with PCMC option in your 11th and 12th. So now let me talk about, okay, and one more thing here. Let me talk about the NEET one. After that, I will go for the state level exams. So hope you guys are understanding this. Now we will give you certain links. So if any doubts, you can call us. You can contact us. We will explain you. Now let me tell you what is another one. National level exam. National level exam for medical. National level exam for medical courses. So national level exam for medical courses, you will be having one, that is NEET. So NEET is the only national level exam presently that is happening across the India, and it will happen only once in a year. Generally it will happen in the month of May. Now for this NEET, people, those who want to pursue their MBBS, they can generally appear for this. So NEET is I would say that NEET is one of the easy as well as the tough. Because why I am calling it is easy as well as tough is that you have to have a lot of patience. Those who have a lot of patience in understanding the subjects, for them it will be easy. Those who will be in a hurry and those who do not want to pay attention for more hours during their self-study, so for them it may become a little tough. But otherwise, when you have the discipline, when you are dedicated, when you are honest yourself, any sort of exam will be always going to be easy. Because since we are all future aspirant, so we have to really have a patience, and we really have to have a dedication, and then we have to have a devotion for that, so that we can easily crack any tough level exams. Because these all exams are women-made exams only. God has not made this exam. Somebody else have come from other planet and made this exam. One of the human being, like everybody, is made this paper. So it's very simple. Only thing that is very required is that we have to have a proper guidelines and proper vision, proper attention, whatever we have been doing. Okay, the target setting is highly important. If you are set for the target, if you want to become an engineering student, you have to have a proper idea about that. So I hope this video will definitely help you to make your option to create your future in a better way. So now let's talk about this NEET. So NEET exam, generally, as I mentioned, that it will happen once in a year. That will be happening in the month of May, in the first week of May. Now here, what are the subjects important for this? Subjects important for this is, you will be having physics, you will be having chemistry, you will be having bio. As I told you, in bio, there will be two things. In bio, two things. What is this? One is zoology, another one is botany. So these are the core subjects. The student should have the premier knowledge and high knowledge in these subjects. They can easily get through the NEET exam. So in this NEET exam, so if I have to write the pattern of exam, physics you will be having 45 questions, chemistry you will be having 45 questions, zoology you will be having 45 questions, and here also you will be having 45 questions. So total you will be having how many questions? In 90 plus 180 questions you will be having. So each of them, and the total marks that you can get here, total marks is around 720 marks. So total marks is 720 marks. So now like this exam is also a completely objective oriented exam only. You will be getting objective. So in this case, if you see this bio is for medical students, biology is very important subject. So that is why here only for biology you are getting 90 questions. and physics and chemistry knowledge is also highly important, even though if you are looking for the medical stream or whatever, but it is very important. But more importantly, the biology subject is very important. As I told you that why it is one of the little toughest exam. Why I said, because many things in biology and botany you have to memorize, you have to practice it again and again, you have to really experience that through the experiment. So that is why you have to have a lot of patience over there. In this physics and chemistry, the most of the cases it's not, the story is different. The reason why I am saying story is different, because here most of the concepts you can easily understand. Once you understand the concept, you may not require the lot of practice to get full out of full in this also. But here more patience is important. Those who will have the more patience, they will definitely get 45 out of 45, and here also 45 out of 45. So biology is the one of the most important subject for the NEET aspirants. Now, as I told you, this is a objective exam, and the total marks is 720. Now, what is the target that every student should have? The target for every student should be to get into the medical government medical college, because after cracking this NEET exam, there is another hurdles will be there. Another big step will be there. That is how much rank you are going to get. So if you get a good rank, you will get a medical colleges with the GOUT. So GOUT medical colleges, somewhere you don't have to pay any donation, you don't have to pay any tuition fee, something like that. So very less amount will be there. Otherwise, it's very difficult for a student belong to the common family. It's very difficult, because 70 to 80 lakhs donation only will be there. So that is how, if you sincerely dedicate your time, if you are sincerely working towards this exam in this 11th and 12th duration, you can simply save a lot of money for your family, and also you are going to acquire the better life, and by doing your MBBS from the most reputed government medical colleges in India. I'm going to list out some medical colleges that are there in India, but I'll just tell you what is the target the student should look for. The student, if you get 600 to 650 marks, above 600 if you will be getting out of 720, definitely you will be getting a government medical college. So 100% I can tell you that if you are in this range, your life is definitely settled. So you don't have to look back for any reason in the future. So now let me give you some top medical colleges that are there in the India. With this target, students should try always. Okay, students should always try with this target, and it's not easy unless you pay attention properly, unless you utilize your everyday. You have to sacrifice a lot of things. See, you remember, sacrifice doesn't mean that you have to leave your all entertainments and you just keep studying and go with the study. It's not like that. You have to balance everything. Balancing, when you balance the entertainment, when you balance your studies, so that you can balance your future also. That is what I mean to say. So, but yeah, obviously when you are looking for some unique level in your life, when you are looking for the unique position in your life, you have to really work differently from all other people. So when you have to work differently from all other people, it is necessary, and it will be essential for everybody to sacrifice something, that is basically entertainment. You have to stop watching the movies, you have to stop going out with the friends, you have to stop using the mobiles. So it's all other media which will generally kills our time. So that is what I mean to say. But yeah, a smart student generally manage everything, but more of your time has to utilize for the preparation of the exam that you are looking for. Now, some of the top medical colleges in India. Top medical colleges in India. So here list I don't have to give you, because in the internet you can easily get it. If you just type top medical colleges in India, you can simply get these top medical colleges. So now one of the top medical colleges, AIIMS Medical College, that is located in Delhi. So this is one of the most medical government college. Now next you can have JIPMER, and you will be having CMC College. JIPMER is present in the Pondicherry or Puducherry. Tamil Nadu. CMC college is another college. This is present in Vellore. So like these various topmost medical colleges are available in India. So you can easily figure it out from the internet. But I'm just telling you, these are the some, one more you can have Madras Medical College, MMC. This is present. This is in the Chennai. So like this, some important top medical college. Okay, I hope you have understood this, and then this is the some information how to get into the NEET. And now here, NEET is one more important thing. The NEET is people have to go for the PCMB. They have to go for PCMB. So PCMB plus integrated course, PCMB plus NEET coaching. So this is what the student has to go for after the 10th exam. So this is most important thing, because course selection is also very important. That will decide what you can become after that. Okay. Now let me come to the last question, that is state level exams. In different state, with different name exams will be conducted. Now I will just tell you about the one of the state where I am working now, that is Karnataka. So I will tell you what is that state level exam. What is that state level exam? So now it is state level exams. State level exams, so the state level exams can also happen for the both. It can be happen for the engineering as well as it can happen for the medical. So apart from national level colleges and national level entrance examination, there is states also having state level engineering colleges. There also top colleges are there, and state level medical colleges, there are also some top level medical colleges are available. So now first I would like to tell you what, and again I'm telling you, different state will conduct a different level of this examination with different name. Now I'm talking about the state where I'm working, that is Karnataka. So in this Karnataka state, the state level exam is, we can call it as KCET. KCET. So KCET is what? Karnataka Common Entrance Test. Karnataka Common Entrance Test. So with this, you can go for both. Here also, as I told you, you can go for engineering, you can go for medical here. So the student who can apply for this KCET, for KCET the subjects for the engineering program, subjects will be PCM will be there, and these are the core subjects. Generally students has to opt for the PCMC plus this KCET coaching in their 11th and 12th standard, or first PUC and second PU. So this is the course that you have to go for if you want to look for if you want to become engineer through this KCET exam. And but KCET exam, the core subjects is what? Physics, chemistry and maths. Now for medical, the student, your core subjects will be physics, chemistry and biology. Here this will be there. Now here the student should take generally PCMB plus KCET. So this is what the program that student has to opt for. The one who looking for the medical stream through this KCET exam. All these exams, and again I would like to tell you, this KCET exams will happen in 2 days. This will happen in 2 days. 2 days exam will happen. So first day you will be having physics and physics, chemistry and maths will be there. And next day you will be having, second day you will be having, this is for what, engineering courses. Next day you will be having here physics and bio exam will be there here. Different sessions, different things. So bio. So you just bio will be there. It's not PCM. PCM is already written. So then next one will be bio exam will be there. So each exam is going to have. So here it's not a one exam, but you will be having physics 1 hour exam, chemistry 1 hour, maths 1 hour. So like that, 60 questions from each subject. Here also 60 questions from each subject you will be having. So this is something about the KCET and the exam pattern. All exams are, all competitive level exams are objective. So you have to be very careful. But in one thing, that in KCT exam there will be no negative marking. But it doesn't mean that you can fill anything so that you will get it. You have to be very specified and you have to be very selective so that your rank will be decided. 1 mark will also create a lot of gap between between the ranks of one student to another student. So it is very important for students to understand the concept effectively and become perfect when you answer. You have to be very selective when you choose the question and answering them. And now I would like to tell you some top medical college, engineering colleges. Sorry. So, top engineering colleges that through KCT exam. So people can get into this top engineering colleges KCT exam, especially the first college that will be coming in, that is RB College of Engineering. RB College of Engineering. This is basically present in the Bangalore. So it's one of the most important college and the very top college. Next is Ramaya College, Ramaya Engineering College. So this is also located in Bangalore. It's also one of the important and top college. And you are having another college, that PES College, Engineering College. So these are the some, and you are having one more, that BMS. BMS is also offering for engineering as well as medical. So these are some important top colleges in Karnataka state.